Hello and welcome to All Purpose Blogger at EGX Rezzed. We have an interview with Fee here. He's the developer of TinyKeep. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks yourself.
Good, good. Right, can you give us a quick outline of your game?
Yeah, so TinyKeep is basically your traditional roguelike dungeon crawler, permadeath kind of game. So the idea of it is just to survive a dungeon. And the unique thing about the game is the different interactions you can have with the behaviours of monsters. So you could go in and, for instance, release prisoners, and they could distract the guards for you, and you can kind of take advantage of that. Or you could lead monsters into traps, or sometimes you have orcs against skeletons, and you kind of have a massive battle, and you can hide around the corner and then kind of pick up the loot afterwards, that kind of thing. So
yeah, I kind of discovered in my playthrough there.
Yeah, so like we wanted to kind of have a kind of a living, breathing, or at least it felt like it was a living,
definitely,
so rather than just going and killing stuff and
So it's funny when you release someone, you just see a useless prisoner sort of running across like 5 minutes after you release him.
Exactly, yeah.
Caning it across the dungeon,
But sometimes they actually help you out as well. So,
definitely. You mentioned in your Kickstarter video about when it's a bit in kind of adaptive AI, with the skeletons and the orcs and that kind of thing. Can you expand a bit more on that?
So basically, all the AI, they have their own kind of reactions. So depending on what's in your environment. So they kind of every frame they'll check what's around them, what threats are behind them or in front of them, beside them, that sort of thing. And you as a character are not special in any way. I mean, they will basically treat you the same as any other monster in the game. So if you release a prisoner and they happen to be nearer to the monster, then they'll target them instead of target yourself. Same with other monsters. So what ends up happening is that even though it's very kind of simple AI, because of the different variations of monster behaviours, if you put them all together, you get something that's really surprising, emergent, and it's different every time because it's randomised as well. So.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. And the sort of the aesthetic of it, it's quite a dark game. You've kind of chosen to go for a sort of almost cutesy kind of look to it. Yeah, I mean, it's still fairly grim.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of a prisoner, and I guess it is, and there's torture chambers and things like that. But I think I've just kind of had enough of games that are just kind of dark and gothic, really. I mean, I love games like Dark Souls and Diablo, but I just wanted to go somewhere that looked a bit more fun. But just because it's cute and light-hearted and a bit comic, I don't know if you heard some of the sounds there, quite funny sounds as well. And it doesn't mean that the gameplay can't be really in-depth and intelligent as well. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Just going back to your Kickstarter as well, do you kind of see that becoming more of an integral thing in gaming these days? I mean, we're seeing people like Tim Schafer and American McGee come to it now, sort of bigger developers. Do you think it's become more integral to game development in general?
I think there's a lot of people that say Kickstarter's a phase and it will blow over. A lot of people say indie games are a phase as well. And in my opinion, I think people will always make indie games, and people have been trying to make their own games as a hobby since computers came out. I mean, that's how games were started, right? But I guess if you're an indie developer now, you're kind of seen as like a rock star. I think that will blow over, but the actual people that are making games, that will always stay, and people will always need money to make games. So I think the amount of people that are getting funding via Kickstarter will probably go down, and I think the quality of the games will kind of rise to the top. And I think basically lesson learned is just make better games, really. So.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, going back to the indie games thing, I mean, something like this, when it happened like 5-10 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. It's mostly indie here, isn't it?
How far indie's going.
I mean, apart from Alien Isolation and Titanfall and some of the PS4 stuff, it's predominantly indie games.
It's pretty much
the whole indie Left Field collection as well.
It's really good to see.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you very much for your time.
Cool. Thanks so much, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
And that's about it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave us a like or subscribe. Also, if you want to keep up to date with the other stuff we do, you can find us at allpurposeblogger.com, as well as on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching.